On May 22nd, 2011, one of the most powerful tornadoes recorded in U.S. history carved a deadly path through Joplin, Missouri. Today I'm reacting to and breaking down the documentary about the event, not to sensationalize it, but to understand what happened, why it was so destructive, and what we can learn from it. I won't be playing the documentary itself. Instead, I'll be using short, safe visuals like storm chaser footage, maps, and still images, all while I explain what was going on. Now, if that's your cup of tea and that's your sort of thing, then join in the ride. Or if you want to, give this video a thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and let's dive right in. Before we go any further, if you're into weather events, real historical breakdowns, and honest reactions like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I'll be doing videos like this regularly. Now, let's get started. First, let's talk about where Joplin is. Joplin is in the southwest corner of Missouri, USA, on the edge of what people call Tornado Alley. That's a region where very different air masses come together. Warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico meets colder, dry air from the Rocky Mountains of the USA. And when that warm air rises quickly into the cold, it creates powerful thunderstorms. In some rare cases, those storms forming rotating columns of air that can turn into the tornadoes that you see today. What makes this region especially prone is that those air collisions happen frequently during storm season. Now, the storm season begins on May 22nd, 2011. All the perfect conditions were in place for what we now know as the EF5 Joplin tornado. You're probably asking yourself, why was it so devastating? Well, I'll tell you. What makes the Joplin tornado especially devastating is that it didn't just pass near a city. It went directly through the heart of Joplin itself, cutting across residential neighborhoods, schools, businesses, and even medical facilities. Now let's talk about the EF scale. That's the Enhanced Fugitive Scale. This is what meteorologists use to rate tornadoes based on the damage they cause, not just how fast the winds are blowing. The scale goes from an EF0 all the way to EF5. An EF0 tornado might knock down a few trees and damage some roofs, whereas an EF5 is the most extreme kind of destruction that the meteorologists can measure. So why is an EF5 rare, you're asking? Because it takes very specific atmospheric conditions to produce winds strong enough to completely destroy well-built structures. And unlike the lower rating, an EF5 doesn't just damage. It can literally sweep buildings off their foundation. That's how strong an EF5 is. And here's an important point. It's not just the wind speed that causes the devastation. It's what the wind does with debris. An EF5 strength wind can pick up cars, lumber, even chunks of concrete, and turn them into deadly projectiles. It's that kind of combination of wind force and debris that makes this level of tornado so dangerous. Now you know what an EF5 tornado can do. Let's look at the map from where it started and the path it took on that fateful day. This map shows exactly where the Joplin tornado touched down and where it carved through the city. You can see it started just west of the town, then moved northeast, cutting directly through neighborhoods, schools, hospitals, and commercial areas. The width of the tornado reached nearly a mile at times. And because the storm moved over so many populated areas, the damage was widespread and severe. This isn't just a random rural tornado hitting open field. Oh no, 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 no. No. This was a monster that passed right through the heart of a community. What followed was a tremendous scene of destruction. Entire blocks were gone, homes were flattened, trees and power lines were knocked down. What you're seeing here are still images to show the scale of the damage, not to shock, but to help you understand how severe the event actually was. Emergency responders and volunteers were on the ground within minutes. Local fire departments, medical teams, neighbors. They all helped with the search and rescue, clearing debris and providing first aid. This part of the story underscores the strength and resilience of community response during natural disaster. It's not just the weather you have to think about, it's how people step up when crisis hits. The documentary does a good job showing how quickly this tornado formed and intensified, and how little time people had to react. It gives context to the science, how atmospheric conditions created the storm, and also includes first-hand accounts from people who were there on that fateful day. So here's where I think it could be improved. There's a lot of dramatic pacing, slow music, the tension builds, which works for storytelling, but it sometimes overshadows the facts that matter most. That's in my opinion. I would have liked to see more explanation of why certain structures fail, or what building standards might reduce damage in future tornadoes. Emotion is important because this event was emotional, but balancing that emotion with clear factual explanation helps viewers learn and understand without being pulled into just drama. So what do we take from this? Let's find out. First, tornado warnings and detections have improved since 2011. Second is safe rooms, which help with protection. And of course, stronger construction standards can make a huge difference. If you're finding this breakdown informative and want to learn more about real weather events and their impact, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button down below, click the notification bell, so you'll get all future notifications when I upload a new video. It helps the channel out and lets you catch future videos like this one. Here are my final thoughts. The Joplin EF5 tornado wasn't just a weather event. It was a human tragedy that affected thousands of lives. By studying it, we honor those who were lost, learn how to better prepare, and appreciate the incredible effort of those who responded. Thanks for watching. If you have thoughts, questions, or other topics you'd like me to cover, drop them in the comments down below. Respectfully. Stay safe, stay aware, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
I was stuck in the dark with a heart on pause, dreaming about change but afraid of the cost. Then you stepped in like a sunrise glow, showed me life moves different when you let it grow. You saw the parts of me I used to hide, told me stand tall, don't dim your light. I didn't know I needed someone real till you taught me